Hello dear friends, today we are going to talk about fame points, but before all that I want to say hello to Soul Benji as well. You pushed me to speak, so here I am. I saw that you met Pokale-san and part of our team, but unfortunately you didn't meet me. Maybe next time. Next time I'll try to bring some emojis with me. Too bad I can't add them in the Albion chat. I also heard from you that you want to kill me, so I don't know if I want to meet you. Just kidding. By the way, thank you for your nice words and for watching our videos. And now to answer to your doubts, Pokale-san is 5 years old and I never played on his account. At that time, when you met him, I was just a little bit dead somewhere. So yeah, bad luck, you didn't find me, but I guess I got lucky this time. All the best from PocaleGames to you, Benji. Now let's get back to our topic. And since we are talking about meeting nice people in the game, I want to thank our fans who stop by and say hello. We are very happy to see you and every time you bring a smile to our faces. Yes, I know, Benji. I started with my orange vibe, although our main town is Limhurst. So, in this video, we will see where and what to do to get more fame. I checked and tested some options and now let's see them. First thing, when it comes to fame, always have your flag with you, especially in yellow zone. But if you feel comfortable, take it also in red zone. First, I started with this fortress from the T4 static dungeon. Party with 3 players, fast kill mobs, but with small fame. The second option would be the static T5 dungeon. Can be a good option if you do it alone or in small groups. Everything can be done by a solo player with a good and specified build, but you'll be slower than a smaller group. So I find a good option not to engage in large groups, only in small 2-3 players. And apart from fame, you can also have some chests, of course. But as fame, the numbers are not so big, and if the static dungeon is overcrowded with players, it will be difficult to catch some chests. For normal mobs, the fame received is up to 5k with a group of 3 players. When I started to play Albion, static dungeons were my first option to level up. It was really nice and I enjoyed a lot to be part of big groups. If you go with expensive build, try to not die, because you don't want to have a big repair build. If you go with a cheap build, try to team up with someone in the static dungeon. In general, you can easily find a group and maybe you'll also make some friends. Who knows? The third option would be killing mobs in yellow zone. The fame can be good and it's much easier to kill some mobs, right? If in the static dungeon you find mobs easily, in the open world it's different. There are few mobs in small groups, so you'll not find so many mobs in a single place. You need to make some short walks in order to find more mobs. It's a good option for fame, for yellow zone, if you are also doing other things at the same time, maybe gathering or something else. The fourth option, I could say that the fortress near the static dungeons, T5, in yellow zone, this is another place where I used to go for some fame. This is at the beginning when I started to play Albion. Here you can find almost the same elite mobs from static dungeons. So if you want to change the content, you can also try here. The golden elite mobs can give you nice fame. And thank you for those who help others when they see they need some help. Look at this guy, he helped me. It's the same situation like in static dungeons. So you can try to go alone and to make some good fame, or you can try to go in a party of 2 players, and of course the fame will split. But you will not die maybe so easily, and you will be able to kill the mobs much faster. Okay, but what we do when we need more fame? So we saw static dungeons, we saw fortress, we saw killing mobs. We will discuss about killing mobs also a little bit later. But if you want to have a little helper, I can recommend you the satchel bag. I think you already know about it, but what can bring us? As you can see, I have a 8.1 satchel bag. It's a little bit expensive, but not so much. You will see that other satchel bags like 8.4, it's a little bit expensive, but this one can be good for yellow zone. Why I'm saying yellow zone? Because in full loot zone you don't want to lose a satchel bag of 500k, right? Or depending on your funds, of course. But let's see this one. So this one says this: increase your combat fame gain by 74, almost 75%, and you can lose 1.15 silvers per point of fame that you gain. So this could be bad or good. It depends on what you want to do and what are your funds. How many silvers do you want to spend? If you want a lot of fame and it doesn't matter how many silvers you are investing in this, okay, then it's a good option for you. I compared some satchels of insights and I saw that, of course, the best is the satchel with high tier, because gives us a good combat fame in addition, and the silvers are lower per point of fame. So if you are going in yellow zone, I recommend you to make an investigation and take 8, maybe not 8.4, but 8.1. You can keep it and use it whenever you want to make some good fame and to increase your skills on weapons or any other items. So let's make a calculation. If without satchel you receive 1k per mob, you'll not spend money. You'll earn from silvers, dropped from the mob, of course. But if you take your satchel, you'll receive 745 fame points more, and this means, a short calculation, 857 silvers per normal mob. This means that for 100 mobs with extra fame of 745 silvers, this is 85k silvers and 74, almost 75k more fame. This could be good. But now let's think about Tome of Insight. You remember, you know this Tome of Insight, right? That book. So this Tome of Insight costs around 1670k and gives you 10k. So with a satchel 8.1, or a better one of course, you have a bigger advantage compared to a Tome of Insight. The satchel will take you almost 12k silvers, and Tome of Insight will take you 16-17k. So if you want to compare this, you can try to go with the satchel and not to buy some books, some Tome of Insights. You can try it and see how it goes for you. For example, I made a simple test for a golden mob. You'll be impressed about those 70% in addition to your fame points. But if you don't have so many silvers, then you will not be so impressed because the silvers will drop easily. But this discussion is for yellow zone. If you are going in full loot zones, the situation is a little bit different because you will receive more fame because the mobs are on higher tier, and more fame means the percentage will bring you more fame, and the silvers will be gone with the wind. But you know your goals, so if you want fame, then it should be fame. But because you know that I like to go in red zone, black zone, mist black zone and so on, where I die, I survive, I run, and all kind of things. Here we are in red zone killing mobs. 56. Being alone, I received for a normal mob 5k of fame, without satchel, without anything. In my opinion, I think it's a good fame. Why red zone? Because in red zone is a safer place. Instead of black zone, you can see the hostile players, and maybe at the beginning it's nice to have a short walk, to kill some mobs, to make some fame, and return to the city. Look, we've discussed about books, and I receive a book. So yes, another advantage for killing mobs in open world, no matter where, yellow zone, red zone, black zone, you can receive also some nice books with fame. You can sell them or you can use them. In general, I sell them, I need to admit. Because if I want to make some fame, I kill mobs and maybe I will use a satchel. But you know that I like to go in red zone or black zone with someone, even if it's Pocale Son or Pocale Dead or any other friends of us. If you will do the same like me, your fame will be splitted, but you can be safer. So if someone will come, you can fight and everything will be great, or not. Let's change the topic. We saw a lot of things, but we didn't saw something that I like the most. When it comes to fame, when I want to spec up some items, a weapon, or I want to help someone to have some specs, I go to Mist. But where in the Mist? I go in black zone, from red zone or from any other black zone. So here we are, me together with Pocale-san. The Mist has also advantages and disadvantages. What I see from my point of view as a disadvantage is that for normal mobs, the fame is almost the same as any other areas, the same tier. But the advantage to be in the Mist is that apart from the mobs, the fame that you receive from the mobs, you can receive also some additional fame points. If you are doing camps, of course, if you are releasing the wisps, and also if you are going to turbulent mists. In the mist, you can have additional fame. You are doing the same killing mobs topic, but you can have also some extra points. So this is nice. And another advantage that I see in the mist is that it's not so overcrowded like in other black zones. I feel that in normal black zones is much risky than in the mist. In the mist, if you want to survive, it's easier. You can have, I don't know, maybe miner boots or something, a swap weapon that can help you to run, or you can fight with a good weapon, with a well-specified weapon, and maybe in addition to your fame, in addition to your silver dropped by mobs, you can have also some loot from players. Why not? As you already know, being into fame that you receive is smaller, is splitted. I also see here an advantage. So yes, we are killing mobs faster. This is true. Okay, we are clearing the camps faster. Great. But the fame is smaller. The advantage is that a part of killing faster the mobs, the fame, the additional fame that you receive from camps is not splitted. So you will receive the same fame that you will receive if you would have been alone. Because the objective is per player and not per team. I think this is a good point. So, okay, if you want to go in the mist, you have some options. You can go alone and have the good fame, or you can go in group of 2, and it will be also nice because you'll not be bored to be alone or maybe to be chased by other players. So I find mists, especially duo mists, I find them very useful, and that can bring you some good fame. And I think it's I can say it that could be the safest place, even if it's in black zone, but you have chances to escape if you want to escape. If you want to fight, it's very good. You go with cheap builds, builds that are well specified in order to be able to kill mobs, in order to be able to kill a spider, and to have good fame and to have chances in fights. But in general, when I go in the mists, I go in solo, in duo little mists. This is bad and good in the same time. Bad because I can meet some duo players or I can have some good rewards because it's a duo little, so it's a greater mist. Yes, depends on how you feel and what you want to do. If you die for too many times, this means you need to change the content. So you will make mists now and then you can change to something else. If you die and lose a lot of money, you can calculate it and see, okay, I lost 100k, I'll go in yellow zone and I will do, I don't know, static dungeons, group dungeons, solo dungeons, I don't know. But if you don't want to take the risk to go in black zone, in the mist, you can try in yellow zone. Yellow zone is also very good for mist. Why I'm saying this? Because in yellow zone everything is safe, okay? So the only thing that can happen is to be kicked off from the mist by a player in the camp or at the chest or on the turbulent mist, but nothing bad could happen. Okay, you will be kicked off from the mist and you will find another one. But in terms of fame, you can have you can find easily some mobs, group of mobs that can bring you some good fame, better than in another area, and if you are lucky you can find some good mists such rare, epic and legendary. For this type of mists, you can try to go a little bit farther from the city to search them, and if you catch one of rare or epic or legendary mist, you can stay the full time in that specific mist. You know your objective, so if you want fame, okay, you will do some camps, you will release some wisps, I know you will search some nice mobs, red, golden or something, and you can have also some good bags from them, and you stay and search another mist that is the same as the mist you are in it. So if you are in I don't know, epic mist, you can try to find another wisp that can take you to another epic mist, if you are lucky. If not, you can try to find something around that quality of the mist. Each time when I test things in Albion, I meet with nice people or people that wants to fight with me. So, for example, this guy, he saw me that I had low life, so I tried to heal myself. I thought that he will not attack me because, okay, I'm in yellow zone, in the camp, I want to make some fame, but he insisted and he attacked me. So I was a little bit angry because I wanted to make my camp and to leave. I didn't want to take this fight. So I exit, but I return, of course. And because I was so upset, I I try to make him understand that I want to make this camp and then I will leave. I don't want to fight. And he understood. He waited to see when I will finish the camp in order to return also him to complete the objective from this camp. So the conclusion for yellow zone, if you don't want to go in black zone, the mist for fame, try to find especially the rare, epic and legendary mists where you can find some good mobs, T6, T7, golden, red, green mobs that can bring you good fame. As you can see per mob, this is T6 mob, so it's really good. It's really good. And they drop also some bags with books, fame books, or items or other things. The camps are also good because they have bigger fame from killing mobs, but also at the end of completing the objective you will receive an addition fame. So this is my favorite, in my opinion, by testing some things. This is my favorite content for doing fame. But you cannot do this every day, right? When you want to make some fame points, you cannot do it every day. So you need to change the content. So today maybe you'll go to the mist, maybe tomorrow you will try some static dungeons, maybe you want to try something else, even if sometimes you'll not get the maximum points of fame because you are in a small party or a big party, but we need to know that we also need to have some fun. So the fun part comes also from being part of a team. Don't forget this. So what I do more for this topic? For fame points, if you want more, apart from books received from bags or bought from you, you can also buy with faction points some chests, and you can open them and voila, you have some fame books. Take care about them, so open them when you want to spec up some specific items in order to receive properly the fame. And because we've discussed about Satchel, I checked the prices from the market, and we said that okay, in yellow zone we can go with which tier we want, but if you want to lose less money, you can have a good satchel, 8.1 or 8.4 if you have money. If not, you can have whatever you want. But for the black zone or the red zone, if you want to use a satchel, you can try, and I think it's good, T4.1 satchel is 22k. I think if you search it, you can find it much cheaper. So this could work. And I also calculated if you will use this 4.1 satchel bag compared to a book fame, if it's more you will be in advantage. And yes, you'll be in advantage. So even if you will spend more money from this T4.1 satchel bag, you are still in advantage with compared to the Tome of Insight. If you buy the Tome of Insight and use to receive the fame points. So T8.2 is 1 million, T8.3 almost 2 millions, and the last one and the best 10 millions. So yes, 10 millions is a sum, but you can use it in safe areas if you are not comfortable to use them, to use it in other flood zones. We have 105, almost 6 percentage, more fame, okay, and less money spent per fame point. We have 1.12 silvers. So yes, it's a good option, but expensive in the same time. Apart from all the topics that we discussed until now, we can also do some group dungeons. Yes, I know, the group dungeons is a big topic. Why? Whenever we have time and we have friends and you want to spend some time together, we are doing some group dungeons. Group dungeons in yellow zone, group dungeons in red zone, group dungeons in black zone, I don't know. In my opinion, the group dungeons can bring you some fame. The fame, it's with advantages and disadvantages. So you can have a good fame if you are doing, I don't know, a T5 group dungeon solo or in groups of 2, okay? But if you are going in big round, this can be a disadvantage because you will have less fame. Less fame, but you'll be faster. So it depends what you want to do. If you want to be solo and to have some fame, okay, do it. If you want to have some fun and to join, to have the joy to play with friends, okay, go with friends, go in groups, no matter how big or small is the group, enjoy the time together. But as a comparison, what can bring us a group dungeon and what can bring us, for example, a mist maybe, okay? I think, in my opinion, I find mist more profitable in terms of fame. Yes, in group dungeon you can receive also some good loot from the chest, but if you want fame, then we are discussing only about fame. So the best option in my opinion is mist compared to these group dungeons, because the mobs from the group dungeons can bring you some small fame. Only the bosses can bring you a bigger fame. So depends on what you want. You first, when you start the journey, you need to know, okay, what is my goal for today? I want more fame. Okay, you are going to have more fame. Then this is your main purpose. If you want silvers and some fame, okay, you can do group dungeons, you can go with some friends and do all kinds of things. You will have also silvers and some fame, but you need to choose. Look at this boss. So he gave us 22k fame. 22k fame, we can receive it from a single nice red mob from Mist. So I don't know what to say, but I think a group dungeon will take us much time to clear it. And okay, we have the fame, we have part of the fame that we could receive it from Mist, and maybe, and for sure, we will be disappointed at the end because of the loot. You know that for group dungeons, the loot is from the chest is the main problem of a group dungeon. So if the loot is bad, then all the group dungeon was bad. Only the fun part remains. We talked about the disadvantages of group dungeons in terms of fame, but let's see also the good part of group dungeons. So apart from the fun part, okay, a part of see some good loot, we have also sometimes, if you are talking about fame, we also have some chest books. So if you are lucky, you can receive some books, and of course this is your additional fame points for you from that specific dungeon. Sometimes a boss in group dungeon is harder to defeat than a mob from the Mist, for example, even if I know they have, yes, the skills to push you to your limits, but I find difficult a boss in group dungeon than a harder boss in the mist. So I don't know if it's only my impression, but yes, in a dungeon you can have several bosses, also in the mist, yes, but in addition to those bosses from the mist, you can have also some good mobs. Instead here, all the mobs are almost the same, apart from boss, of course. If you are talking about group dungeons, if in yellow zone you can have, I don't know, 8.4, 8.3 builds or less, okay, in small groups or alone. When you want to go in red zone, for example, in the group dungeons, T6, T6.1, I don't know, entire, you will go for sure with some cheap builds at the beginning. If you don't want to lose too much, you will go with cheap builds. So cheap builds means, what does this mean? It means that you need a bigger party. A bigger party means fame splitted. Okay, fame splitted, loot splitted. It's not bad because you are with friends and you enjoy the moment, but if you want fame, especially fame, maybe this is not a good idea, the best idea for fame points. I didn't discuss about solo dungeons. You know that I like to make solo dungeons, everyone knows this, especially T8, T7. Why I'm saying that all the people knows that I'm doing T8 dungeons, because I met a lot of people. Okay, so what can bring us a T8, for example, this was a T8 solo dungeon, okay? So I received some good loot. You know that we can have some good chests in solo T8 dungeons, but also sometimes we can have, how can I say it, nothing. But let's return to our topic about fame. I'm doing it solo. I receive some good fame. 5k the boss, another boss fame 15, but it's okay. Why I'm saying it's okay? Because we are safe in a dungeon. So if you don't want to kill mobs in open or full loot zones, you can try some solo dungeons, but you need to be careful. Okay, they can invade it. They can invade you in the first 90 seconds. But if everything is chill, you're doing your dungeon, you can have some good fame, not the best, and a good loot if you are lucky. Let's see where we can make more fame. We want more fame, so we want to see something else. So more fame, I choose the Avalon. Small group of 3, okay, we met some guys, bad and good guys. We went to some chests, we saw and defeated some bosses, and we had some good fame. So in 3 players, for example, this boss, we received 53k of fame. I think it's good. In my opinion, split it in 3, okay? So it should have been 150k of fame points. If you had a satchel, imagine this, you had a, I don't know, T4.1 satchel bag, I think it would have been a good amount of fame. So yes, Avalon can be risky, of course, as any other black zone areas, but if you take the risk, you go with a small team or larger team in a bigger tier in Avalon, you can have some great fame points. So guys, this was for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you will catch some good points, points that can be useful for you. As I said, everything is good in terms of fame points. It depends on your goals, it depends on what your mood on that specific day, what you want to do. If you want to go with friends, it's fine, everything is fine, even if your fame points will be lower, but you need to have fun more than any other figures, right? So take your time and do it in a fun and chill way, in fact in your way. And until next video, try to survive, try to be a good, great warrior, as my friends say. So be chill, have fun, and all the best. Take care, bye.